Okay, sorry about the wind today, everybody, but this is a 1983 C10 step side sitting on 10 by 15 weld wheels all the way around. Has a 383 stroker in it. This pickup belongs to a very good friend of mine, and he wanted me to do some work to it. We put the motor in it approximately 21 years ago. We put the 383 in it, and in that time the pickup only has 1,400 miles on the motor. My good friend, he has a truck driving business, and he just got busy and he can never finish the pickup, and he's just, like I said, he's just busy. So he asked me if I'd be interested in helping him out, and I said yes. Like I said, 21 years ago, we put the motor in this. It is a true 383 stroker motor. We are going to do a bunch of work to this pickup. One thing we're doing is it's going to get lowered a little bit more. It's going to go down 2 inches in the front and approximately 2 inches in the rear. We are going to be, that is my first job. There's the new heater core. I'm going to start this thing up. I'm going to turn it around, pull it back in the garage, and we are going to put a new heater core in it. And like I said, I wish I'd have done will it start video, but it does start now and runs phenomenal. Okay, let's do a cold start on this 1983 Chevy C10 with a 383 stroker in it. Okay, so to start the heater core, I'm going to walk you guys through this. I don't know, it's been a long time since I've done one, so I'm going to have some learning to do too. But anyways, I'm going to walk you guys through this, and we will get this heated core changed. Hopefully we'll get it changed today. So let me flip this thing around and I will show you where we need to start. Okay, so because the heater core and the AC unit, it actually sandwiches the firewall. And so we got to take out all these bolts. Somebody already took that one off for me. Thank you. And so we got to start out here first to get the inside box loose too. Like I said, it sandwiches the firewall, and so we need to pull all of these off. I got to find them all, make sure I get them all out so I don't break anything. This is supposed to be a restoration, not a parts replacement. And so I'll get all these out, and then we'll go inside the cab, and I will show you in there what we need to do. Okay, so here are my findings so far. Somebody's been into this before, and they kind of did a half-assed job. There's no other way to put it. Okay, so since this is a restoration, we're going to be using a lot of OEM stuff. We ain't going to go with vintage air or anything, especially when you got a setup like this. These are actually really good systems from GM. So I'm going to take this all apart anyways. I'm going to clean it. I'm going to reseal everything. Now, my findings so far is when I started disconnecting this thing, the AC box, which is the outside box, one thing I noticed is the seal was already broken. Somebody has been in here. The other thing I noticed is all the bolts, nuts, and bolts that hold this in and sandwich it were different sizes. And so some of the nuts were 7/16, some of the nuts were 10 millimeter. Yeah, so when this goes back together, it won't be shoddy work like that. It'll be completely sealed, completely functional. When you're wanting to cool down the cab, why try to cool down the engine compartment too? Let's seal this up so we can cool off the cab where it's needed. So to get to this step here, guys, one thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to not take out completely unless you want to, but you need to loosen this inner fender up. That way it'll drop down, because you got a bolt right there in the very bottom corner. And if you don't drop it down, even with a wobbly, if you don't drop it down, you're not getting to it. Well, I'm sure one of you skinny little dudes out there could get to it, but this big fat dude isn't getting to it. So on the inside is what I have found. Oh, and then I just wanted to tell you guys this. If your wobbly is a little too wobbly, if you put a little black tape on it, it's not so wobbly. It helps. That's what I had to do to get to that bolt down there. But the other thing is I'm really hoping you guys can see this. Oh, let's see. Well, let's see here. There you can. You see the gap there? That's the other way I know somebody's been into this. They did not put this thing back together. And so I assume that goes up to the defroster. And so I gotta ask my buddy if his defroster ever worked, or if the cab heated up or cooled down or whatever. Huh. The other thing is this is a common Chevy problem with this breaking here. And then your door here does not work. And so that's that actuator that pulls, you know, all this is all vacuum ran. There's the vacuum back in there. And there's another one in here somewhere. But anyhow, this always breaks. So is what I'm going to do, and they're hard to find. I believe they are very hard to find. So before I put this back together, I am going to take this whole bracket off, this plastic bracket, and I am going to make one out of metal. And then we'll put it in there. I got a bunch of real light gauged, easy metal that we'll build one out of. That way it never breaks again. And I can use this one as my template. Okay, so I will finish getting this box on the inside unbolted because there is some bolts in it. Let's see if I can, it's right there. And there's a couple more around it. And so I will get this unbolted and I'll be back to you momentarily. So there's really only one bolt. After you get all of that out, there's one bolt that's going to be over on the passenger side, far side there. Once you get that one out, this will be completely loose. The other thing you need to do is you need to unhook this vacuum, and then the cable that goes to here. I will be taking this completely apart, so I'll be taking this metal off, this metal piece here. I'm going to clean all this out. As you can tell, if you look, pretty dingy, grungy. Let's see if we can pull this a little bit. And there's the heater core. So to get that out, you have, let's see, it looks like 1 9/32 there. You have another 9/32 there. Let's see. Yep, you can see it. One down in there. And there should be another one. Yep, right down in there. And so, like I said, as this goes back together, I'll be replacing all this foam. We'll put some lithium grease on all these doors so they function nicely. We'll clean the whole box up with some purple power or super clean, whatever you want to call it. There's that vent that had like an inch gap in it. That's where it was. Oh, did we find a treasure? Huh. I wonder where that goes. That was just wedged right in there. We'll figure it out. I'll keep it. Spare parts. So there's the box from the inside of the pickup. Like I said, I'm going to make this out of metal. This is a common problem. If your guy's door on your 80 series, 70 series, late 70s with this type of air conditioning system in it, if your box, if something quits working, more than likely it's this right here. This here quits, this breaks, and it's a notorious problem. So we'll see what kind of deal it is to make one. I don't think it's going to be a big deal at all. I'll show you guys how I do it. And so I will get this tore off of there. I'll get all the screws out. I'll pop that off and I'll be right back. Okay, so to pop the heater core out, which you can see it's out, and yes, had a gnarly leak. A pretty bad one. Dripping all over the place. There's this bracket here that you got to pop off. 3, if you have a 1/4 inch drive, that's what you're going to need for these ones here. As you can see there, there's one there, one there, one there, one there, and I know I said 9/32, but these are all 1/4 inch. So 1/4 inch here, pop that one off. You got this strap over here. Didn't hit the floor. You pop this one off, and then your heater core should just come right out. Like I said, it is bad. So if you guys aren't going to go to the extent that I'm going to go to with cleaning all this up, I'm going to replace all the foam gaskets, including that one there, which is for a door, one of these doors to seal on. It's this door here. Okay, I'm going to clean all of this up, replace that door, or that foam on that for that door. I'm also going to fix this hole. Used to have a piece of tape over it, as you can see there. So we'll fix that hole. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet. Maybe fiberglass. I assume so. This is plastic. Maybe plastic. I might melt a piece of plastic in there. See if I can find something black, huh? When it all goes together, I get everything fixed, everything resealed, everything rebuilt. I will make another video of how that goes. And so for me to do this project for him, it's an honor to me to be able to do this for him. Great guy. Like I said, known him for over 40 years now. I'm getting old. So is he. So yeah, we're just going to take this easy. It's a budget build. You know, as the budget's there, he's going to buy parts. He's going to ship the parts to me, and then I'll install them. I don't know how long this is going to take us. It doesn't matter. However long it takes, it takes. I'll post videos like this, little videos of what I'm doing. I'm going to do a lot better at that because he is going to watch these. He's going to watch these videos. And so I want him to see. And so I'll do a lot better job at posting the videos for this than I do for this. That's going to be an update for this. That's going to be an update all on its own. There has been an extreme amount of work done to the 62 wide body, including a Texas Speed cam kit, all the body work, the new doors, the blah, blah, blah. I custom built the whole front structure right there. That's all custom built. Bought me a bead roll.